The Equals, a baby comeback on BBC Radio Derby. Now, last July's Buxton Festival Fringe attracted 27,000 visitors, boosting the local economy by an estimated £500,000. The March deadline for entries for this year's event is fast approaching, and organisers say they've already had 70 acts sign up for it. So what can we expect this year? The person that knows all about it is Stephanie Billen from the Fringe, and she joins us from our Buxton studio this afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
The last time we spoke, it was in the build-up and letting people know about it. So you must be really excited now about how well it's gone down.
Yes, it's very exciting. In fact, we've got 77 entries now since that last press release went out.
So tell me, what can we expect this year?
Well, there's a wonderful mixture of everything, really, but there's an awful lot of theatre and a lot of music. We've got comedy, dance, film, the lot, really. Some lovely free events as well, including a few things put on by the Fringe itself, like Fringe Sunday, which is in the Billen Gardens on Sunday the 13th of July. It's fun for all the family. And we've also got something new this year called Fringe at 5 from the 14th of July to the 26th, where various performers from the Fringe will do something at the bandstand in the Pavilion Gardens. That's all for free.
Has it taken you aback by the range of acts wanting to perform at Buxton this year?
Yes, I think that always surprises us quite how inventive people are about what they want to do. In fact, there are just one or two things that haven't made it to the website yet because they've just come in literally in the last day or so. But we've got things like the Grinlow Art Trail through the woods, which sounds really exciting. And I know there's other events such as a Ghost Hunters Club, which is something very spooky going on in Scrivener's Bookshop, which takes place over 5 floors of this very ancient second-hand bookshop. People are always surprising us with interesting things that they do.
It's putting you on the spot already, but I wondered if you've seen some names that have come through and you thought, I've got to go and find time to watch that.
Well, I'm supposed to be very equal-handed here, but I must admit there are some things that look exciting. Some people with a very proven track record, such as Soweto Encha, who came last year. They were called Africa Encha there, and they are an a cappella South African singing group, and they're fantastic. We've got Butterfly Theatre, who are doing performance in the cave. They're doing Dracula's Women. Sounds very spooky. Again, I'm getting a bit of a theme here, but there's a lot of. It's nice to see some of the young people coming forward with things. There's a show called After Alice, which is made up of former Buxton Community School pupils who are now in university, and they're doing something about a group of teenagers who are supposedly in mourning for one of their friends, but actually they're busy taking selfies of each other and being really horrible. That sounds quite fun.
Is it one of those events that you wish you could clone yourself because there are so many different things you'd like to get?
It is a bit like that, yes. There's an awful lot of different things, some of them going on at the same time. But yeah, I can't wait. I mean, there's Dr. Sketchy is another good one, which is burlesque life drawing, if you can imagine that. So it's people dressed in feathers and tassels and things, but you go and do life drawing. You draw them.
What sort of name do you think now has Buxton got, the Buxton Fringe got, when it comes to artists and performers wanting to put it on their calendar to get in touch with?
Well, it's absolutely massive, really. We're one of the biggest fringes in the country, and then together with the Buxton Festival, that with all the celebrities that they get through the literary events that they have and the operas and the music that they do, if you put the two of them together, I mean, even just looking at the music, I don't think there's anywhere you can go in the country that would have quite so much music going on all at the same time.
So what you're doing now is just making sure that all the people who have said they're going to be coming pay their entry.
Yes, well, they don't get listed on the website until they have paid, so that part of it works fairly smoothly. But we're only about halfway there yet. We have a staggered entry deadline system. So there's the end of March, and if you enter by the end of March, it costs £65. But the final deadline is April the 20th, and entries in April cost £80. So there's still time, and we're probably going to double the number of entries we've got so far.
That is the thing, though, when you're waiting for those checks to come through the door. I mean, the paperwork you must have is enormous for something like this, isn't it?
Well, on the money side of it, we use PayPal, so that works very well. People pay online. In fact, the whole entry system is online, so we've cut the paper down to an absolute minimum. We only provide bits of paper if people feel completely phobic about computers.
and remind us again where you work for. Have you got just like a little room that all of this comes out?
Well, it's all run by a committee of volunteers. We are very lucky that we have a lovely financial sponsor in the University of Derby, and also we have various other financial supporters. But the actual work of a Fringe is done by volunteers, and we just work from our own homes. But during the Fringe itself, there's a little Fringe information desk which sets up next to the Opera House so that people can actually come in and talk to us all, and that's good fun.
It sounds a long way off because it's from what is it, the 9th to the 27th of July?
Yes, that's right.
Which sounds like it's months and months and months to go. But it will be with us before we know it, won't it?
That's right. And of course, as committee meetings, you only meet once a month. So if you think of it in terms of how many committee meetings left, it's a bit frightening.
You're frightened, but you're excited, aren't you?
That's right, yes, always.
And are you already thinking about 2050?
Well, no, actually, I'm thinking of 2014. One thing at a time.
Listen, it's great to catch up with you. You're on here more than I am, to be honest, talking about the Fringe. We will talk again just before the Fringe starts as well. So I wish you all the best. And as a reminder again, if you said that you're going to go to the Fringe, you want the cash, don't you?
Well, yes. But I think the main thing is that if people want to enter the Fringe or just find out about the Fringe, if they go onto the website www.buxtonfringe.org.uk, they'll find an awful lot of information there.
Stephanie, thanks so much for coming on BBC Radio Derby again. That's Stephanie Billen. She's the Fringe Marketing Officer for the Buxton Fringe. So if you said you want to go, then make sure that they get the money. But the Fringe itself is between the 9th to the 27th of July. And of course, you'll learn more about it right here on BBC Radio Derby.